I can't stand that lady, man. I can't stand that fucking lady, man. I better team won. Keep telling y'all Atlanta's better than them. When the teams play well, Atlanta's better than them. And it showed tonight. Atlanta played from ahead the entire game for the most part. Uh, Ryan Howard set the tone, in my opinion, early. And I'm gonna get into a lot, so I know you're all putting a whole bunch of comments. I'm not even looking at them right now, so sorry about that. Ryan Howard set the tone early. She picked Caitlin Clark's pocket twice in the first quarter. She was physical. She was aggressive, and at the end, she closed the game. A couple of big buckets at the end. She was all over the place. Even the play that was just reviewed at the end on a rebound, she crosses the lane because nobody can box her out. Nobody boxes her out. It's just one of many things that you got here. Caitlin Clark took no shots in the fourth quarter. Caitlin Clark didn't take a shot in the fourth quarter. They come back from 9 down with Caitlin on the bench with 5 fouls. Whether you think that was the fifth, whether you think that was a foul or not, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. You can't, in my opinion, you can't just run sideways with your hands up. You can't run sideways with your hands up because if you move in 1 inch the wrong direction and that player bounces into you, they're gonna call a foul. But again, you didn't have a challenge there. I was talking to Nick. He thought the third foul wasn't a foul. He thought the fifth foul wasn't a foul. I thought the fifth foul was close. But again, you don't have a challenge because you used it with Sophie Cunningham yanking Ryan Howard down. And you might say, well, she ran her over. Well, it was loose ball. She tipped the ball. It was a loose ball. And she got pulled. I thought it could be a foul on Ryan Howard too, but you used a challenge there. You don't challenge there. That is not a challengeable play. It's too on video. You got Sophie with her hand pulling her down to the ground. You cannot challenge that. You cannot challenge that. But let's just be real. That's fucking terrible defense, bro. Yo, that is the worst. Their defense is so goddamn bad. This team can't defend shit. They don't fucking defend, and it's all of them. Caitlin gets smoked. Kelsey gets smoked. Aaliyah Boston gets smoked. Sophie gets smoked. Lexi gets smoked. They can't defend shit. They're awful on defense. Awful. And they change nothing. They change nothing. They don't defend. None of them. They don't slide their feet. It doesn't matter who it is. Holy fuck. Can someone get them a defensive coach who actually can teach them to slide their fucking feet? This is the laziest team on defense. This is the laziest team on defense. I've been waiting for one of these because I was waiting for one of these like this to go scorched earth. This defense is awful. You got to score 110 if you're going to defend that badly. You gave up 108 points to the Atlanta Dream. The Atlanta Dream. They are a mid-level offensive team in this league. 87, well, they were at 87. Now they're at 88.6. They were mid-level defensive team. Offensive team. Told people after that game against Atlanta the first time, I said, you're not going to get Ryan Howard, Jordan Canada, and Alicia Gray to be that goddamn terrible again. And if you want to add Angel Reese to it, Angel Reese kicked Indiana's ass in the second half. Kicked their ass. Why is Aaliyah Boston not guarding her? Why is Aaliyah Boston with one foul not guarding Angel Reese in the post? They are literally dumping it into her, and she is killing Michaela Timpson. So let's keep Timpson on Reese. We move it. They moved Aaliyah on her, and what happened? Block shot. What? Angel Reese played 11 minutes in the first half. She had 4 fouls. Angel Reese finished the game playing 18 of 20 minutes in the second half. So she played 29 minutes. Angel Reese finished the game with 4 fouls. Angel Reese finished the game with 4 fouls. How is that humanly possible? Oh, and no, Reese didn't foul nobody. You want to know why I know Reese didn't foul nobody? Because Reese was never in any actions defensively in the second half. The first play, the second play, the third play, the fourth play, every single play should have had Angel Reese in pick and roll action. I don't care if it's with Caitlin Clark, with freaking Kelsey Mitchell. I don't give a damn who. Have Monique Billings post up on Angel Reese because she was not guarding Aaliyah Boston. You do not attack her the entire second half. This might be the dumbest coaching staff on the face of planet Earth. How is it possible that you do not attack a player who can impact a game just rebounding the basketball? But then tonight fucked you up on offense too. Whoever Angel Reese was guarding should have gotten the ball in the first 5 plays of the second half. Let me try to untangle this shit. That's why I'm like, the first 5 plays of the second half should have gone to the person who was guarding Angel Reese. I don't give a shit who it was. If it was Monique Billings, if it was Timpson, if it was Hines Allen, I don't give a shit who it was. And then the entire game should have had her in pick and roll action all game long. Make them make a decision. Make her make a decision. Nah. Let's just let her chill out and guard a bum who ain't gonna do shit, who's not involved in the offense. Let's just let her hang out and fucking destroy you the entire second half. She destroyed you. She fucking cooked Michaela Timpson's ass. Holy shit. God damn. 8 of 14, 11 boards, 21 points, fucking cooked your ass. Cooked your fucking ass. She had 4 fouls with what, 5 minutes to go in the first half? Something like that. Atlanta won the game. Atlanta won the game. They made the plays when it mattered. They were largely the better team, in my opinion, for most of the night. Can you imagine shooting 56% and losing? Because it wasn't like Atlanta played great defense themselves. This was a bad defensive performance, but they made key defensive plays. Ryan Howard's going to be in the middle of all of them. 56% from the field, 47% from 3, and you lose. I mean, shit. Now, there was a play in the fourth quarter where Aaliyah Boston was guarding Angel Reese, and Angel Reese threw back-to-back elbows right into Aaliyah Boston's chest. In my opinion, a clear offensive foul, and then Aaliyah Boston blocked the shot. But I'm going to keep doing it if you're not going to call it. But for the most part, defensively, where you needed to attack her the entire time, she did not. She never had to guard anybody. She didn't have to guard anybody. She didn't have to guard nobody. Just let her stand out there and not have to do shit. She'll stay in the game the entire fucking second half and will have a massive impact, beating your ass inside. And she did. She beat their ass, and she beat their ass. Naz Hillman, 17 points. 3 of 5 from 3. Alicia Gray, 17 points, 6 of 11. Jordan Canada, 18 points. Jordan Canada had 18 points. You know what? I'm going to be real. Caitlin, you got to guard somebody a little bit, man. You got to shuffle your fucking feet. Like, Jordan Canada was blowing by Caitlin Clark every damn time. I'm sorry. This is not defensive position. You've got to slide your feet a little bit. And they're all guilty of it, but Caitlin had some pretty obvious ones. It's just like, are you even trying to defend somebody? I mean, maybe these shoes are offensive shoes, and it's an effort. That's effort. Like, that's fucking effort. Try a little fucking harder on defense, please. A little harder. Like, there was one later in the game where Ryan Howard just went right at her ass and banked it in. That was more effort, and that was the second bucket that Ryan Howard, I think, hit that pretty much sealed it. But that was more effort than the shit earlier in the game, man. You got to fucking defend. You got to slide your fucking feet. You got to slide your feet. Period. You got to play with a little effort on defense. Look, it's all of them, but there was a number with her on layups. It's like when she doesn't slide, they're getting layups, people. They're not shooting jumpers. They're getting layups. Aaliyah Boston gets blown by everybody. She's slower than fucking dog shit. Lexi Hull, fucking useless. Lexi Hull, 11 minutes, 2 points. Man, sit on the bench for the whole goddamn game. And then she can't box nobody out in the last seconds of the game. Terrible. Terrible. Monique Billings, useless. 13 minutes, 6 points, 2 rebounds. You got your fucking $850,000 power forward. Remember, I told y'all motherfuckers this. When it happened, you didn't listen. You said I was wrong. You said I'm full of shit. I told you she sucks. She's a backup. She sucks. We got Michaela Timpson out there playing. She's not any good either. She's not any good either. She gets fouls because she makes dumb decisions on defense. Please do not defend bad defense. Please, I'm begging you tonight. Today is not the night. Do not defend bad defense. Do not always make excuses. Caitlin Clark on offense, cooked. I don't know what's going on with her free throw shooting. She missed 3 free throws in a row in the second quarter. I don't know what's happening there. that literally had Stephanie White let Kelsey Mitchell take a fucking technical free throw when they were on the court together. But she had 26 going into the fourth quarter. Was it 17 at the half? 9 in the third quarter. She was scoring. 7 assists. I mean, them broads can't make layups still. First half, I mean, how many fucking missed layups did I see? My Jesus. Missing layups again. Constantly. I know they shot 56%, but they missed layups. No, I'm not gonna. That's not accurate. That's not because she doesn't shuffle her fucking feet. There's ways to play defense. Shuffle your goddamn feet, number one, and move and bend your fucking. I tell this to my fucking son. Bend your goddamn knees and get in a defensive position. Use your fucking forearm on their hip. This is not defense sliding. This is not defense. They gave him 108 points. It's not on her alone. It's everybody. But I'm going to point it out. Thank you for the super chat. I sound like Whitlock? No, I don't. I'm a coach. So if I say it about Aaliyah Boston, do you agree? If I say it about Kelsey Mitchell, do you agree? Lexi Hall, do you agree? Sophie Cunningham had it happen 5 times. Do you agree? Or do you only have a problem with it when I say it about Caitlin? Because she's guilty of it too. She's guilty of it too, man. They're all guilty. But she's the fucking head of the snake. She's the point guard. She is the one that they're trying to get off the court. She is the one they are trying to fucking get in foul trouble. You gotta slide, bro. You gotta slide. Play zone. Play zone. If these broads can't defend, play zone. All right. I mean, I'm a wannabe Whitlock. I fucking have ripped Whitlock open. What the fuck are you talking about? Now I want to read. Now I'll happily read some of your comments because some of you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You got excuses. Stop making excuses. She had 26 points. She shot the ball well. She was aggressive offensively. She had 7 assists. She probably should have had 11 or 12. She had some bad turnovers early on. Yes, these are facts. There's always an excuse. She's demoralized. Get out of here, bro. My God. She had 26. Was she demoralized when she was cooking them on offense? No. And then she comes back in the game with 4 minutes. I thought she should come back in there with 5 or 6. She's pulled out with 9. They come back, actually. And then she gets put in the game, and they're running every goddamn play through Kelsey Mitchell. Caitlin Clark does not take one singular shot in the final 4 minutes of that game while she's in there. Not one. Their team defense is horrendous. I thought that was a foul in the fifth foul. I thought it was a foul. You can sit here and tell me I'm stupid. I thought it was a foul. Nick said it wasn't a foul in his opinion. I thought it was a foul. And Nick is usually totally disagrees with me. I thought it was a foul. Play a zone. Play a fucking zone. If you can't defend anybody as a team, play a goddamn zone. And if you can't play a fucking zone, I'm so sorry. Then maybe none of these motherfuckers should be in the WNBA. Maybe none of these people should play professional basketball because this team defensively is as bad as I've ever seen in any level. This is like some Denver Nuggets shit in the 80s. For those of you that are alive in the 80s, you know what the hell I'm talking about. The Denver Nuggets couldn't guard anybody in the 80s. Aaliyah Boston can't guard nobody. She's not guarding fucking Angel Reese in the final 5 minutes despite having 1 foul. Despite having one foul, she's not guarding anybody. Convinced that Caitlin is on some type of medication, pain, mental health. She just is making too many foolish mistakes. That's, hey, thank you for the super chat. I mean, hey, who knows? Who knows? Who knows? This is some of the worst defense ever. I mean, this is some bad defense, folks. This is some bad defense. This is bad. Again, it's all of them. They're all bad at defense. Like, there's not a good defensive player on this team. I don't even know that Raven Johnson's a good defensive player on this team. Because I'm gonna tell you what, straight up and down. You don't have to believe me or not. You can disagree with me or not. If you watch women's college basketball, that game is more physical. That game is more physical. That game is more physical. The college women's game is more physical than this game. They have changed the rules to the point where you can't move for the most part without getting called for some shit. All right? And then on top of that, so Raven Johnson is mad physical defensively, so she's going to fucking foul out of games like in 5 minutes for how she plays defensively. I don't see why you don't play her more. Why are you giving 14 minutes to Ty Harris? Why is Ty Harris getting 14 minutes of basketball action? And I know she was in the game during that stretch that they came back in, but why is Ty Harris playing for 14 fucking minutes? Like, that's just stupid. Can't say that Raven Johnson's not a good defensive player when she was the defensive player of the year in the SEC. Come on now. Like, stop. You can't. She's the defensive player in the SEC. She plays good defense. She just maybe doesn't know how to play defense now in the WNBA because they made the league softer. College is more physical than this shit. This shit's fucking pathetic now. I actually fucking hate this brand of basketball, to be honest. Y'all might like it. I hate it. You want to know why I hate it? Because at least when it wasn't being called on anybody. So you might have been mad because Caitlin you thought was getting fouled all the time. No problem. But now she's getting called for fouls that they were never called 2 years ago. That's what's the problem, is that the things that she's being called for now would not have been called on her 2 years ago. And so you've completely changed the game. So where we would probably all agree that she gets fouled 3 times a play, and you can't call every one of them. But I think it's hurting her more than it's helping her. I don't know if y'all think that it's helping her, but I can tell you this: I think it's hurting her this year more than helping her. The change in this rule, this rule and freedom of movement is bullshit. No, it's softer, Harris. I'm telling you right now, it is softer. I watch lots of games. I don't talk about them. I watched 4 games last night. 4. I watch a lot of this shit now. It's softer. It's for fuck's sakes. Atlanta got called for 27 fouls tonight, man. They got called for 27 fouls. Naz Hillman fouled out. Reese had 4 fouls with 5 minutes in the second quarter, and stupid bitch ass Stephanie White didn't fucking attack her one goddamn time in the fucking second half of the basketball game. In the second half of the game, they did not attack her one goddamn time. You telling me that Naz Hillman has 6 fouls and Reese didn't foul out? That Reese didn't foul out? Come on, man. Please. They don't do shit in practice, Cliff. No excuses. My question is, what did they do in practice? Nothing. Defense is horrible. Caitlin had better defense in college. She did. She's regressed. White never challenges Caitlin's fouls. Yeah, she doesn't, especially early. I agree. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat, Cliff. I appreciate it. She does. Yeah, I agree. I agree. She took 12 free throws tonight, folks. I mean, I don't know what you want. They took 29 free throws as a team. She took 12 of them. You're not going to have fucking 50 fouls called in the game on one team. There'll be no players left. They shoot half court shots. They shoot half court shots every day before they leave. It's pathetic. It's pathetic. You had 5 players on the freaking Atlanta Dream with at least 4 fouls. Isabel Borlase had 4 in 13 minutes. Canada had 4. Alicia Gray had 4. Reese had 4. Hillman had 6. On the Indiana Fever, only 2 people had 4 fouls or more. Lexi had 4 and Caitlin had 5. Aaliyah Boston had 3. She had 1 with 3 minutes to go. Mitchell had 2. Billings 3. Hines Allen 2. Timpson 2. Cunningham 2. Ty Harris 3. I'm telling you right now, you can do all you want. I mean, it's my opinion. It's my opinion. I watch a lot of this. I watch a lot of this bad women's basketball. There's very few good women's basketball games that I watched. They're largely not enjoyable. But I gotta watch them so I can be really actually educated when I speak about it, because people on this chat will tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about because you only watch an Indiana play. I watch almost everybody play. And this is consistent across the league. But you have a vested interest, so you are always going to be mad when something does not get called, because if Caitlin does this or throws her hands up in the air, you automatically agree that it's a foul, even when it might not be. She did it once tonight for sure that I thought like it was nothing, and I don't know what the hell she was doing that for. The system is trash with this team. Their offensive system is fucking terrible. I don't like it at all. They're not running pick and roll at all. You needed to run that shit over and over and over and over and over and over and over in the third quarter and put Angel Reese in actions. You didn't do so, and guess what fucking happens? She's able to stay in the game and destroy you. She destroyed you. $108 fucking points. And it wasn't like this was 108 and you were hacking to end the last 2 minutes. He fouled once, I think. Twice. If I had no vested interest and personal feelings of this game tonight, I would have enjoyed it. I would have enjoyed it because they didn't miss a lot of shots. The offense overall was efficient. I mean, Indiana shot 56% and 47 from 3. And Atlanta shot 54% and 39% from 3. So from the perspective of entertainment value, it was entertaining for people that like that style of basketball. This is the style of basketball right now being played in the NBA. I mean, Atlanta's going 4 guards. They've got 4 guards out there. They're not even playing Medina Okot. 5 minutes. They're running 4 guards out there. And you want to know what happens when you run 4 guards against the Indiana Fever? You saw what happens when you run 4 guards. And the only difference between this game and the last game, do y'all remember the last game? I mean, I'm serious. Do you remember the last game? Y'all remember the last game? You know what they said? Oh, this was some great defense. Really? Okay, you beat them 83-71 in the last game on your home floor. And Alicia Gray was 5 of 18. 5 of 18. Again, tonight, she's 6 of 11. Angel Reese was 4 of 9. Tonight, she's 8 of 14. Jordan Canada was 4 of 12. Tonight, she's 5 of 10. Ryan Howard was 2 of 9. Tonight, she's 6 of 12. I mean, there's your ball game. They're not going to shoot like shit every night. They're not going to shoot 34% as a team. That wasn't defense last game. That was they just missed a lot. A lot. You need to freaking have guards who can guard, or you better play a zone. Because to me, if you're not sprinting that floor the entire game with this team and how bad they are on defense, you're going to get this. Because the goal should be to make them tired. Should make them tired. Ryan Howard played 38 minutes, folks. 38 minutes. I mean, I thought she was the best player out there for the Atlanta Dream tonight. She was fantastic, in my opinion. People could disagree. She was in everything. She was in everything. I thought she played great. I mean, people look at points all the time. I thought she played great. And she started the game and she finished that motherfucker. She finished it. She hit that bucket. I think it was 95-95. It was 95-95. They came back 95-95. And it was a great run by the Fever. I mean, Kelsey Mitchell caught a heater. So it's 93-93, and they come off of a timeout, and Angel Reese is being guarded by fucking Michaela Timpson off of a timeout. I mean, get the fuck out of here. What are you doing? What are you doing? You got Angel Reese being guarded by Michaela Timpson. What are you doing? Layup. Ty Harris throws the ball to Stephanie White sitting on the bench. Y'all remember that one? Kelsey Mitchell's curling around, and she throws the ball to Stephanie White. Throws it to Stephanie White. Turnover. Gray misses a 24-footer. What happens next time? Turnover. Aaliyah Boston, offensive foul. I thought that was an iffy call. And the reason I thought that was an iffy call was because I thought Alicia Gray was literally grabbing around her entire body. To me. Then that was the play. Then the next play, that's when Angel Reese took 2 elbow shots to freaking Aaliyah Boston's stomach. And then Aaliyah Boston blocked her shot. Nazim misses a 3. They get the ball back. Caitlin Clark comes back in the game. Kelsey Mitchell ties it at 95. And then Aaliyah Boston fouls Alicia Gray, 97-95. Kelsey Mitchell misses a 26-footer. Remember, the whole last 4 minutes was Kelsey Mitchell. Nazim misses. Cunningham rebounds the ball. Michaela Timpson tries to dump it in. Know your role, man. Know what you're good at. Know your role. Know what you're good at. She's in the corner. And rather than kicking it, Caitlin kicks it to her. Instead of kicking it right back to Caitlin, she gets the ball and just fucking launches the shit over Aaliyah Boston's head. I mean, you're not, that's not what you do. That's not what you do. That's not what you do. That turnover pretty much ended the game. Then Alicia Gray hits a bucket. Kelsey Mitchell again, 17-footer misses. Timpson makes both free throws. It's a 2-point game. He still have his shots. 2 minutes to go. Ryan Howard then, boom, 6-footer, floater. Then then Timpson's taking a fucking layup floater shot. The shot clock's running down and she's jacking up a bad shot. Ryan Howard, boom, that was the one over Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark played good defense on that one. That was a fucking big. I think Kara Lawson called that a big girl play. That was a big girl play because that was a hard shot. That was a tough shot. They made it 103-97. Ball game was over. Kelsey Mitchell scores. Angel Reese has Timpson on her again. Fuck out of here. Why is Timpson on this girl? Why is Timpson guarding fucking Angel Reese in these situations? It makes no sense. And then she fouls her on top of that. And that's the ball game, man. That's the ball game. They started off with a 5-point lead second quarter. They got run off the floor. They're up 5 and got run off the floor in the second quarter. Their defense was so damn bad in the second quarter. It was painful. It was painful. That second quarter was bad, bro. It was bad. It was just bucket for bucket. Like if you have no vested interest in this game, this was fun. People are scoring. They're not throwing up a whole bunch of bricks. You're not throwing up a whole bunch of bricks. So what do you do? Who guarded Reese last game? And Reese had 15 and 9. Well, Reese had 21 and 11 tonight. So, and you lost by 7. So, yeah. So yeah, but Reese was 4 of 9 in that game. So, Reese was a tough person to cover tonight for them. They struggled against her bad. They struggled badly against Angel Reese tonight. I'm not attacking her on the other end was just I've used the term coaching malpractice so many times. I think people steal it from me now. But I've used that term. I've been using that term coaching malpractice, and I always thought it'd be a good term to get views on a video, but it never gets me views for some reason. I guess people don't know what the fuck it means. I mean, realistically, um, I would have had Maisha Hines Allen guarding Angel Reese. Honestly, I don't care if she's too short. She's big. She's physical. She's a physical girl. She's more physical than Timpson. Um, I would probably have her out there more. But when you have Timpson and Aaliyah Boston out there, why the fuck is Timpson guarding her and not Naz Hillman? You should have Aaliyah Boston guarding Reese. That's just common flipping sense. Like you got one foul, Aaliyah. I mean, my God, one game in the world when you got one foul going into the final 5 minutes, you got fouls to burn. You can cover somebody for real, you know? I mean, my goodness. Oh, Kara Lawson definitely had a man crush for the Dream. Yeah. Although no, Kara Lawson and both of them, Kara Lawson and LaChina Robinson were both completely over the top with their Dream fandom. No, okay. They were over the top of their fandom. Their fandom was crazy. They were in love with the Atlanta Dream, bro. They were cheerleading that motherfucker. I mean, even from the beginning of the game, they were cheerleading that shit. Now, Kara Lawson did like Caitlin Clark's shoes because they matched the Duke colors for their jerseys. But then the other girl says, well, you know what? I don't like those shoes because I went to school up the road. Da 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 da. Yeah, but you also said you loved Angel Reese's shoes. And Angel Reese did that shoe thing on purpose. You know, I don't know if y'all noticed, but every single time something bad happened for Caitlin Clark, they pan the camera to fucking Angel Reese sitting on the bench and she's smiling. It's like fucking crazy, man. It was crazy. Oh, really? What? What's wrong? What cup? Over there, bro. It's right there in front of the sink, bro. Oh. So she went to Wake Forest, right? Now, LaChina Robinson, you know what her day job is? She's the analyst for the Atlanta Dream. How in the world is the home analyst for the Atlanta Dream doing the goddamn commentary for what channel was this on tonight? Prime? Was this Prime tonight? Amazon? Was that Prime tonight? Yes, Boston did stop Angel Reese twice, but when she wasn't guarding her, Angel Reese was scoring on Michaela Timpson. That was my point. She should never have not been guarding her. She should have guarded her the entire fourth quarter. Yeah, so LaChina Robinson is actually the analyst for the Atlanta Dream. So Prime has the Atlanta Dream analyst as the main analyst for this game. Oh my God. What is going on, folks? What is going on? What's going on? That is such a freaking conflict of interest, in my opinion. You can't have a home analyst doing a national game. But yeah, no, Kara Lawson and China Robinson were cheerleading for sure, and now that's also confirmed. It's very interesting. Now there was a call it was the fourth foul on Reese. Her elbow is literally on Sophie Cunningham's face. On Sophie Cunningham's face. And then she fucking does this. I'm just like, how is that not a flagrant foul? I don't know. How is that not a flagrant two? I mean, my God, if grabbing the ball is a flagrant two over someone's shoulders and then person flying in the air doing that shit, and then your hands roll up and all that shit, how is having your elbow on her face already and then doing that not a flagrant foul? I mean, my God. My God, I know I got my trolls in the chat. They love me. Y'all all love me. I know why you come here, because you love me. Just admit it. You're here every day. It's okay. But you've also heard a very honest breakdown of this game. You don't get honest breakdowns in other places. So you come here over and over and over and over. There was a lady who I don't know if y'all could hear it, but was screaming into a hot mic the entire game. I mean, it was like nonstop. I wonder if that was the lady that made those noises last year, those hyena noises. Like, whatever the fuck. Like, I wonder if that was the person. Because you can hear this lady on the hot mic the entire night. The entire night. You could hear it all night long. It was wild. There's multiples in here who love me, who are here because they love to watch and they're gonna report back. I've said Atlanta's better than Indiana. When the teams play their best, Atlanta's better. And this is without Brianna Jones, who I think totally changes that team. I think Stephanie White is so bad as a coach, man. Oh my God. She's so bad. She's so bad. I'm 42 minutes in. So if you missed what I said early on, feel free to start over or feel free to watch it from the beginning at some point later on. Stephanie White doesn't play zone. Stephanie White challenges things that you don't challenge because they're too 50-50. They're not obvious. Yeah, Carl Smesco challenges the out of bounds on Lexi Hull. He saves a challenge. He has his challenge. Goes out of bounds on Lexi Hull. Clear as day. That's what you challenge. You challenge shit that's clear as day. You don't challenge stuff that could probably not be flipped. If the call on the floor when Ryan Howard had tipped the ball off the jump ball, if that call on the floor was a foul on Ryan Howard, the call would have remained the same as well. And there's no way Atlanta would have challenged that shit because that would have been 50-50. But the call was made on the floor with Ryan Howard that Sophie Cunningham fouled her, even though Ryan Howard did literally run right through her, but she's running through on a loose ball that she's tipped. And so when Sophie Cunningham uses her hand to literally pull Ryan Howard down with her, well, that's a real 50-50 thing right there. And it was called as a foul on Cunningham, and it's going to stay that way. It's going to stay that way. Period. Period. It's going to stay that way. It's going to stay that way. Angel Reese came in pissed. There was no doubt about it. You could see it early on. She came in pissed. She had to, man, she didn't get, like, you know how she usually gets dressed up these things. Angel Reese like, I'm tired of losing this motherfucker, man. I mean, ever since the national championship, this team has been kicking my ass. One time I got them. I'm sick of this shit. They busted our ass 2 weeks ago. She got sweatsuits on. She's not even stopping. She got her green and whatever the hell color shoes in her hand. Massive troll job. And just beelining through the freaking tunnel. Like, man, I'm here for business. She looked like she was for business today. She came out really hard. She hit some layups with her. She had 8 points in the first, 11 minutes that she was in the game. She had 8 points. And also committed some dumb fouls. She did. She committed some dumb fouls. She mocked Caitlin Clark after the one foul, which was clearly a foul. You can mock away, but it was a foul. But she absolutely came in with an attitude tonight, as she should. As she should. Has Stephanie White spoken yet? Let's see what we got with Stephanie White. Here we go. Let's see. We got the players, courtesy of the Ballers magazine. Credit to them on this one. Let me get this thing up. And in a game like this, when you got all them guards on the floor, if Raven Johnson can't play in this game, when the fuck does Raven Johnson play? I mean, seriously now, if Raven Johnson doesn't play in this game, when does Raven Johnson play? It's just unreal to me. When does Raven Johnson play if she can't play in this game? When you're going against all them damn guards. I don't get it. I don't get it. But let's take a look here. Angel wanted to spoil that shoe debut payback. Hey, thank you for the super chat, Gamble 310. Yeah, she spoiled it. She absolutely spoiled it. She absolutely spoiled it. Let's see right here. Let me see. Yeah, and they're regretting drafting Raven Johnson every single day. I believe at this point. There's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous how little she plays. Or there's one game where she'll play 10 minutes. Next game she'll play 3. Like it's 14 minutes for Ty Harris. Fuck. Come on, let me get this thing up here for y'all. Alrighty.
Yeah, for either of you guys, 5. There's about 3 minutes to go.
I can't hear this. I gotta change my headphones. Do. I cannot hear. Oh, why can I not hear it? Oh, it's on this one.
They scored almost every trip down the stretch. What did you feel were the defensive failings in those final minutes?
I think it comes down to, obviously you want great teams to take tough shots. I think we kind of lapsed in that area. We got a little too many people involved on their roster. When you think about some of their bench, we let them be active. I think it kind of shot us in the foot a little bit, and it was always hard to catch up.
For either of you again, they scored 60 points in the paint. Just what was the breakdown?
60 points in the God. 60 points in the paint. I didn't even look at that. Oh my God. 60 points. It was a fucking layup drill. Whoa. I'm sorry. That's a lot. That's a lot of points in the paint. Damn. Let me get back to it. Sorry about that.
Close to the basket there.
Yeah, I think in transition they got easy ones, and then I think they had, however many fast break points, 17. So that's, probably that right there contributed to it, and points off turnovers. And I thought a lot of times like that's probably on us guards getting into the ball a little bit better, so we don't have to rotate. But I think we could have done a little bit better. Like we're gonna have to rotate at some point, and we kind of went back to our old ways where that second rotation we didn't get, and then they scored off the 90 cuts and the 45 cuts. So we got to do better in that area. And like Kelsey said, like essentially everybody on their team shot over 50%. It's really hard to win a basketball game when that's the case.
I'm going to stop right here for 1 second. I saw a comment there, and Aaliyah Boston should have been guarding Angel Reese the entire game. If Angel Reese wants to go stand 25 feet from the basket, you let her and you let her shoot it. And I saw it a couple of times, and I was asking myself over and over again. I was texting my boy, and I'm like, why the freaking hell are they guarding Angel Reese 26 feet from the rim? When she was setting screens, you let her set screens. It's just that simple. From an Indiana perspective, if she's going to set screens 26 feet from the rim, you let her set them because she's not going to shoot the rock. And if she shoots the rock, guess what? You want her to shoot the ball. If she picks and pops and is standing 23, 24 feet from the rim, you let her shoot it. You never cover her, period, that far out. So you have to be back to help on dribble drives and ISO situations. You never guard that, ever. So if Angel Reese wants to stand way outside, let her. It's bad fucking defense to be guarding her that far out. You don't do it. It's dumb as shit. And Aaliyah Boston is guilty of that crap all the time. But again, if Aaliyah Boston is guarding Naz Hillman, who's 6'1", why would Aaliyah Boston ever be guarding Naz Hillman, who's 6'1"? I mean, that's outrageous. Stupider than stupid.
Kelsey, what do you feel like you all can do to kind of make sure that your offensive runs translate into better energy on defense?
I think Coach hammered home a good point about making sure the defense is what you value first. You guys see us at our best, and I always say this: you guys see us at our best when we are defending. And I think that when we let people get too comfortable, you don't get your best offensive segments that you possibly should.
What are they talking about? That was the press conference. 2 fucking minutes. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. 2 minutos. 2 whole minutes. That's the press conference of a 108-101 game. Wow, they going. Oh, here we go. Here we got Stephanie. Let's see how long hers was. Well, how long was hers? 2:40. I mean, my God. Do they not? I swear to God, this PR person for the Indiana Fever protects these people like they are fucking diamonds. It is like you can never ask these motherfuckers a question. They are protected like diamonds, bro. Wow.
Steph tied with about 3 minutes to go. What did you feel like were the defensive failings in that last couple of minutes? You guys gave up 13 points in that stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I thought we let him get to the rim too easily. That was pretty much the story of when we had our defensive failings. It was our one-on-one D. We tried to wait until they caught the ball to defend. We didn't make it difficult for them to pass the ball around the perimeter, and they're fast. When they catch it on the run and attack our feet, we're already behind. And there were some times where we didn't have rotations. I thought they did an excellent job in terms of their spacing to make our rotations very difficult. But we've got to be able to guard one-on-one, and more than anything, like, we got to defend without fouling. I mean, we cannot continue to let people live, in the 20s and 30s in terms of free throw attempts. We just got to be better.
How much?
Lady, that's on you. That's on you. You're the coach. You're the coach. You are the coach. How in the world are you going to, like, every game is this, we got to defend without fouling. You are the coach. You challenged the play where your teammate, your player, fouled somebody, you fucking idiot. You literally challenged a play when your player clearly fouled somebody, and then were shocked and appalled when the call was not reversed. Holy Lord. Do your job. Do your job. Jesus Christ. Coach them to play defense. And if they can't play defense, play a zone. Go from a 1-3-1 to a 2-3 to a 3-2, whatever. Figure it the fuck out. You're the one that picked up a useless fucking Monique Billings. You're the one that picked up a useless ass Monique Billings. This is not a team that lacks offensive skill. This is a team that lacks size. This is a team that lacks toughness. This is a team that lacks physicality. This is a team that lacks heart. This is like you, and that all starts in practice sessions. You freaking signed a 6'4" Monique Billings who weighs 175 maybe and is standing in the corner. Like, I don't know if people notice. And this is real shit, actually. For the Fever fans, for the Caitlin Clark fans, because I always use that term. Those terms are not synonymous. Those terms are not. Caitlin Clark fans and Fever fans, it is not a synonymous term. I repeat for the millionth time, I am not an Indiana Fever fan. I am a Caitlin Clark fan. So if she went to play with Atlanta, if she went tomorrow to play in Atlanta with Angel Reese, guess what? I'm cheering for Caitlin Clark and I'm cheering for Angel fucking Reese. Pretty much. If she went to go play in wherever the fuck Dejanay Carrington is, Chicago, and now she's teammates with Dejanay Carrington, I guess I'm cheering for Dejanay Carrington too. I'm a CC fan. I don't give a damn about this fucking team, period. I would love it if she played in a city that I'd actually want to go to, like New York or DC or, yeah, even Atlanta or LA or Dallas or Houston next year. I got no interest in going to Minneapolis. Fuck that place. I got no interest in going to goddamn Indianapolis. Fuck that place. I got no interest in going to freaking Portland, no interest whatsoever. Toronto, maybe. Seattle, nah, not interested. Phoenix, forget about it. Don't need it. Vegas for sure. Yeah, I'd love to go to Vegas. I mean, if Caitlin Clark played in Vegas with fucking Angel Wilson scored 40 a game. I mean, because at least she finishes the fucking ball at the rim. Like I'm a Caitlin Clark fan, so I'm gonna just say that those terms are not synonymous. But she's driving, and the person standing in the corner is Monique Billings. So the kick out is to a 6'4" power forward who can't shoot. What's wrong with Phoenix? I presume you live in Phoenix, so nothing. I've never been. I have no interest. I have a lot of places that I have no interest in. I've been to Minneapolis. I wouldn't go there every end of my life unless I was paid to go there for something. I would happily go to LA. Happily. But now, instead of having Lexi Hull, who is certifiably flipping useless, she's certifiably useless if she doesn't stand in the corner. If she's not standing in the corner, what in the world is that woman doing? Absolutely nothing. I live in South Florida. I'll tell you what, I was in Vegas. Their heat wasn't bad. It was 108 and it wasn't hot to me because it's not, humid. But I know when it gets to 110, 115, it's like, nah, you want to walk your ass back inside. But in South Florida, we got humidity. I deal with that shit. And I get nosebleeds in Vegas, actually. But, and it's not from drugs, I can promise you that. If CC signed with the Antarctica Ice Fishers, thank you, Lester, for the super chat. But so now when she's driving, she's kicking out the Monique Billings instead of Lexi Hull, who can actually make a corner three. She can actually make a corner three. So Lexi Hull by this coach has been rendered useless. Period. She's useless. Useless. Complete garbage. Sophie is a role player. Sophie's a role player. Sophie Cunningham is a role player. An all-star level player. Come on, man. What are you talking about, bro? Like Sophie Cunningham is not a fucking an all-star player. She's a role player, bro. She's a role player. Please. Let's continue. Sorry.
That play a part in closing with KK for much of that last couple minutes.
But it's multiple. There's the Timpson was there too. Well, Timpson's standing where Billings would be standing. So, and she's a worse shooter than Billings.
Played a big part, and KK was doing a great job on the boards.
Well, again, I'm gonna go back. Why is Timpson standing in the corner to begin with? Why is Timpson standing in the flipping corner to begin with? Why? She has no business being in the corner. She can't do anything from there. You go back.
KK for much of that last couple minutes.
It played a big part, and KK was doing a great job on the boards. Her length, she gets deflection, she gets steals, she's active, she's mobile enough to guard multiple positions. She does a really good job of anticipating, and she just gave us a different look.
Caitlin goes out in that fourth quarter early on. I think you guys are down about double digits, and you guys rally after that. What do you think of the response from the team, and specifically Aaliyah, who kind of was in the middle of everything there?
I thought it was great. I thought it was great. Teams are going to go on runs. We're going to have situations where we need everybody to step up, and we did. I thought that group really dug in on the defensive end of the floor, got stops. We rebounded it well, and we moved it on offense. We made it a little bit more difficult because the ball got side to side. We got some higher quality looks and knocked them down.
I'm going to make a comment about this Sophie thing, by the way. Sophie Cunningham is having the best season of her career right now shooting the three. And last year was the second best year of her career shooting the three. And I know Caitlin Clark didn't play most of the season, but she did play with Caitlin Clark. You think that she's shooting 43.4% from three because she's a great shooter, or because she's playing with Caitlin Clark, who gets her wide open looks? Wide open looks. She's wide open most of the time. She's wide open. Just like everybody on this team is wide open most of the time, except for Kelsey Mitchell, because Kelsey Mitchell will dribble, 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 until she finds the shot that she wants to take. So I'm sorry, but there's no to sit here and say that Sophie Cunningham is an all-star level player. Ahead of who? Ahead of who? We can go down the list of guards. She's not better than any one of the guards for the Atlanta Dream. None of them. She's not better than Jordan Canada, Ryan Howard, or Alicia Gray. No chance. She's not going 6 for 6 from 3 every damn night. What are you talking? She's a 43% three-point shooter this year. She's not going to go 6 for 6. More. You're using 6 of 7 last game as the norm? That's an outlier. That's an outlier.
The Dream had 60 points in the paint. Just what was the breakdown in the paint that you saw?
Well, I think there were multiple. You know, there's when you get layups, 20 points off of turnovers, 17 fast break points. You know, it's our turnovers are killing us. You know, our turnovers, some of our poor shot selection, they go down the other end, you get a layup most of the time. So that was part of it. Some of it was poor rotation, poor one-on-one D. You know, that's what this team does. They get it in the paint, and they do it in a lot of different ways. It's not like it's just post entry passes or it's just attacks. It's multiple reads. It's multiple ways, and we just didn't make it difficult enough before they got to the 3-point line to be able to take them out of rhythm and disrupt their timing. Thank you.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That's another one of her lengthy interviews. Wow. She mentioned turnovers. Okay, they had 17 turnovers. I want to check on what she said. I'd like to really dig into that a little bit right here. So bear with me for a second as I do what I'm doing here so I can figure something out real fast. Turnover. Okay. So first quarter, turnover leads to a layup. Maybe the first quarter might have been the best quarter with turnovers. It looks like okay. First quarter, another turnover leads to a layup. These are both Caitlin Clark turnovers, by the way. That both led to layups in the first quarter. They were fast break layups off turnovers. I just want to see how there's different types of turnovers. There's different types. I gave the Dream a ton of credit by now. I don't know if you're. I'm just seeing the comment there. If you've been here, I've been here for an hour and 5 minutes. I literally have said the Dream is better than Indiana. So I don't know what you want. I gave them tons and tons of credit, actually. If you want to go back to the first 30 minutes of this video, you can check it. If you want to double check it to see for yourself. Okay, turnover by Raven Johnson. Nothing. They don't score. Okay. It was a missed layup on the other end. I just want to because there's dead ball turnovers and then there's in play turnovers and I'm just letting you know. You're telling your first comment was give the Dream credit. They brought the heat tonight, and I said the Dream kicked their ass. It's like I said that so I don't know if you're messaging me or the chat. I don't know. But hey, some people like me to respond to them, so I just saw yours just pop up in front of me. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, the Dream kicked their ass. I think the Atlanta Dream is better than in Indiana. If they both play their best basketball, if they both play their best basketball as a team, Atlanta's gonna win that game every time. Every time. They both play their best. Okay, so Raven Johnson now has another turnover. It leads to a 23-foot jump shot. A three-pointer by Ryan Howard. So that's 7 points off turnovers right there. Off active turnovers. So it's not like it's a dead ball out of bounds turnover. Because if you have a turnover off of out of bounds, then I don't really call that I don't call that points off of a turnover because your defense was set. And if your set defense can't make a stop, well, that's your defensive issues. That's your defensive issues. You know, but let's see here. Turnover by Cunningham. Yeah, that was dead ball, so no, that didn't affect anything. I almost wonder if ESPN doesn't see these turnovers or something because they don't mark them on their stuff enough. Chelsea Mitchell, turnover and a pass, 3-pointer. That's 10 points off turnovers, off live ball turnovers. Their live ball turnovers killed them. Yes, their live ball turnovers killed them. 10 points off 4 turnovers, that's bad. Off 5 live ball turnovers, bad. It was 5 live ball turnovers. So, anything else? This is the first half still. Some of y'all might think what I'm doing is boring, but it's just for my own mind. So I'm curious because she made that comment, and again, this is an example of this is coaching, bro. If they scored if they're scoring off dead ball turnovers, it's different than if they're scoring off live ball turnovers. Oh, this hurt my eyes now. Here we go, another one. 12. The turnover by Caitlin Clark. Bad pass, steal. Alicia Gray layup. 12. And these live ball turnovers killed them in this game. So she's not wrong. She's not wrong on this. Their live ball turnover killed their ass. Aaliyah Boston, turnover. Well, then Alicia Gray turned it right back over. And then Kelsey Mitchell turned it over. And Atlanta missed a layup on a live ball turnover. Pathetic. This is pathetic. Aaliyah Boston, dead ball turnover. And then they scored they hit a 3 after a dead ball turnover. Well, maybe you should guard somebody there. So that was the first one. Oh, Angel Reese turnover. Then Aaliyah Boston turned the ball right back over to him. And then they scored. Lord have mercy. All right, I'm done with that shit. That was pretty pathetic. But anyhow, Atlanta improves on the season to 10-4. They're 6-2 on the road. These two teams will see each other again on Saturday, at 1 p.m. on Saturday in Atlanta. In Atlanta, they will see each other again. This is be their third matchup of the season. And do they play again after this? No, they play one more time on August 16th. So this is out, and that game will be at the State Farm Arena as well. Why would they play them there? That's crazy. They're playing the Chicago Sky at the State Farm Arena. Why? Why would anybody care about that? And they're playing Toronto at the State Farm Arena. Why would anyone care about that? You're going to get food at 11 at night? Hold on a second, folks. Anyhow, let's see. Let's take a look at some of your comments here, man. I've already talked about the prime announcers. Kara Lawson was like a cheerleader, and LaChina Robinson is actually the Atlanta Dream home analyst. So they had her doing this game, which I think is absolutely insane. They were cheerleading hardcore. No, you can go do that, Gary. Let's see here. That's Miami Subs. Yeah, so if you think the Fever would win in a series against the Dream? I don't think so. I think they get smacked. I think they would lose. I don't think. I think when these two teams are at 100%, I think if they're both playing their best, if they're both playing their best, um, I think the Indiana Fever loses that series. I think they lose pretty much every time. That's my opinion. I think they're better. I think Atlanta will win on Saturday as well. I think they'll win. I think they'll win on Saturday. Yeah, Luka doesn't play defense and he's never winning. He. I mean, he doesn't win. He can play. He can play as great as he wants, but he doesn't win. You know. But I don't even think her. I don't even think Caitlin's as bad as on defense as Luka's. I think Luka's horrendous on defense. I think he's worse by far. And I think again, Caitlin's off-ball defense is solid. It's the on-ball shit. That's the main issue. He's not letting the people. Well, how is she going to control that Jiffy cornbread? How is she going to control that? The ball's taken out of her hands half the damn time. They're playing as they're not. They're I've lost my train of thought. Sorry, folks. Brianna Jones is not back. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When Brianna Jones gets back, and that allows Angel Reese to play her proper position. I mean, that's hard. That's real hard. That's a good team. That's a hell of a team. They're dangerous. They're dangerous. I've said before. I've said it a million times before. Homegirl Ryan Howard is so athletic and so skilled, yet she does a lot of dumb shit. And when she doesn't do the dumb shit, she's as good as anybody in the league. She's as good as anybody in the league. She's fantastic to me. But she's a shot chucker, and if she can get out of that shot chucking mentality of taking she averages 9 threes a game. You're 6'2", 175, 180. You're big, you're strong, you're long. You're a matchup nightmare for everybody on the floor because a big can't guard you, a little can't guard you. There's no 6'2" type of player like her in the league. And if she just plays to what her skill set is, she's I mean, she's good, man. She's good. So, do I think that Caitlin's going to bust 30 against Atlanta on Saturday? No. Do I think she can have 20, 25 again? Sure. Yeah, for sure. I think that she plays against her own team. I think she's playing Stephanie White makes it hard, man. If Ryan Howard should literally attack the basket every possession. If she did that, she would be fouling everybody out. She might be the most. She and Brittany Sykes are probably the two most athletic players in the WNBA. I don't think that the Fever will ever trade Caitlin Clark. I think that's all bullshit. I don't think that will ever happen. I don't think that will ever happen, folks. Like seriously, I think that's just ridiculous. I know people. I know the fucking idiot that wanted to spread that shit. You know. Then I'm not talking about Michael Thompson. I know the idiot that wanted to spread that shit and wants to, kerfuffle everything under the sun. He wants to make drama about everything. Yeah, I don't think they'll ever trade her. It would be criminal to trade her, and they would never live it down. They would never live it down, and the city in itself, like LeBron James left places, but nobody would ever really trade LeBron James. I mean, the Cavs did at the end to make the deal go through because he was going to leave regardless, and they got picks for it, but he was gone. But really, like trade somebody, they're not going to trade her. The economic disaster that would happen in the Indianapolis area around that arena, people would. I mean, give me a break. the businesses there would go out of business. There are businesses that would literally go out of business because she left. There were places that would go out of business because of her leaving. Because Cleveland, when LeBron left, now the one saving grace is that they do have the Indiana Pacers who play in that arena too, and you got the Colts. I believe they're around that. Their stadium's near there too. But it would be catastrophic financially. It would be catastrophic financially. But no, I don't think they would ever trade her. I think she'd have to force it. Like she'd have to force it and be vocal about it. Like seriously vocal about, I want out, I need out, fuck this shit. Y'all don't fuck with me, I can't fuck with y'all. I'm moving the fuck on. Get me out of here. And it would have to be contentious. Seriously, she'd have to make it ugly. Legitimately ugly. And I don't know if she's willing to do that. And that's the thing. I think Caitlin Clark, bluntly, I think Caitlin Clark's a bit of a pussy. I think she's a bit of a pussy. I think she's a go along, get along type of player. Type of person. And go along, get alongs are typically suckers. Despite the fact that I love watching her play basketball, she's a bit of a sucker. I don't see her ever forcing something like that. I think she would just simply have to sign somewhere else when her contract expires. So I don't think she would really ever do that. But I do think as a personality wise, she's a bit of a pussy because she never speaks up. She never fights for herself. She never does. She never does. Like, I'm sorry, yelling at referees in a game is not fighting for yourself. I keep saying that shit and no one wants to hear it, but that's not fighting for yourself. Fighting for yourself is having a press conference that lasts more than 2 fucking minutes after you lose 108-101 and sitting here and saying everything under the sun that you are truly feeling about. That is what changes things. That is fighting for yourself. That is saying that 5th foul on me was bullshit. I didn't touch her. No, I thought it was a foul, but I didn't touch her. It changed the entire game. I'm sitting for the next 5 minutes. Like, that's one thing. And then it's like the ball's taken out of my hands. For 4 minutes, I don't shoot the basketball. I barely touched the basketball in the final 4 minutes of the game. Baltimore Ravens, why do you think guys in the NBA get traded? Why do you think guys? Here's the thing. You ask a question, who does it benefit? It benefits her. It benefits her. It benefits her. Who does it benefit? It benefits her. Yelling at referees in a game doesn't benefit her. It doesn't. Getting another technical foul doesn't benefit her. It doesn't benefit her. It doesn't benefit her. You hear players all the time in press conferences rip officiating in the NBA, and it costs them a whole lot more money. It costs her $100, $1,000. She makes over $10 million a year. She makes over $10 million a year. She scored 9 points in the 3rd quarter. I don't know that she had an assist because she's sitting on the bench for 5 minutes in the 4th quarter. And no, she didn't have an assist in the 4th quarter. She had 26 and 7 going into the 4th quarter. The political correctness, the fucking I'm gonna be nice and I'm not gonna say shit, like this interview right now. You just lost the game. You're sitting on the bench for 5 minutes. And you know where I come from, the place of, and this is where she could make it grimy, right? She can make it real grimy. She could say, I picked up my 5th foul with 9 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Angel Reese had 4 fouls with 5 minutes to go in the 2nd quarter and didn't get another foul the rest of the fucking game. How does that happen? Now it'd be complete bullshit because I told y'all how that happened. The Indiana Fever did not attack Angel Reese the entire 2nd half. But it would be something that would like open eyes, right? And it would open everybody's eyes because it wouldn't just open up eyes of the referees. It's a shot at your coaches. It's a shot at the coach. It's a fucking it's a passive aggressive shot at the coach. Period. It doesn't matter if it's not the NBA. These women fight for themselves all the time. Caitlyn doesn't. Do you not hear interviews with Cheryl Reeve, with Becky Hammond, Asia Wilson, Nafisa Collier, who went on a diatribe last year? Are you kidding? They fight for themselves. Natasha Cloud, Brianna Stewart, hell, Brianna Turner. You fight for yourself. And if you really believe there's a smear campaign going on, you fucking fight for yourself. I think that whole smear campaign is a bunch of dog shit, by the way, personally. Personally, I think it's dog shit. I think it's bullshit. I think it's something that's been created in people's minds. What? So what? Lynn Dunn is going over to to that stupid lady Zena Kaita, or whatever her name is, and saying, I want you to say this on camera and tell the world that they should bench Caitlin Clark and put in Raven Johnson. Really? I don't fucking buy that bullshit all day. That's ridiculous. You don't down your fucking assets, man. It's stupid. Do I think there's other things that go on internally? Sure, but a public smear campaign, a double secret probation smear campaign. Dan Dockich doesn't like Caitlin Clark, people. You think Lynn Dunn told him to say that shit publicly? You think that Lynn Dunn told him to say that publicly? I mean, she may have told him that. But she's also no longer an employee. She's an advisor, right? Not a real job. Not a real job. Okay. So you think that fucking Stephanie White is going to call Dan Dockich and say, I want you to say this, this, and this, and this about Caitlin Clark, and tell the world that I fucking hate her. You know how stupid that is? You know how stupid that sounds? The drama that would be created? I don't give a fuck if he has White on his show. You think I care that he has White on his show? I don't give a shit about that. You think Stephanie White's told Dan Dockich, I hate Caitlin Clark, and then told him, please tell the world that I hate Caitlin Clark? Get the fuck out of here. That's ridiculous. No, they can be that stupid. They're not that stupid. They're not that stupid. Because it's not helping their team win. Because guess what happens? If this team goes 21-21, Stephanie White is out of a job. Or 22-22, Stephanie White is out of a job. I don't give a fuck what anyone thinks. Stephanie White would get fired if this team does not make the playoffs. No, I think Stephanie White's a good coach for someone other than Caitlin Clark. I don't think she's a bad coach. I think she's not the right coach. Is Tom Thibodeau a bad coach? Mike Brown won the championship with the Knicks. The same damn Knicks that Tom Thibodeau was coaching for a very long time. Is he a bad coach? No. He won 50-plus games. What did the Knicks do this year? They won 53 games. I'm thinking logically. Yeah, that's how I choose to think. I think that it's literally it's so ridiculous in thought that, you know what? If y'all want to think that, you can think that. I'm not going to tell you not to think how you think. You feel how you feel. You feel how you feel. I think that Stephanie White is not the right coach for Caitlin Clark. That is my opinion. I don't think she's a bad coach. She won games in Connecticut. I don't think that winning championships makes you a good coach or a bad coach. Except that I've won 2 championships as a soccer coach for Rec Soccer, and I'm 39-3-4 as a soccer coach. So I just want to let y'all know that, just by the way. So I'm a championship coach. What can I say? Stephanie White was a winning coach at Connecticut. So, and Vanderbilt, it wasn't Villanova, it was Vanderbilt. And college is not the pros. And there are people out there who will sit here and tell you. See, the thing is, there are people out here who will sit and tell you that the fact that she got to the second round of the playoffs with this team last year, that makes her good. But they're ignoring the fact that They're ignoring the fact that the entire team changed after Caitlin Clark got hurt. I mean, look, end of the day, no, it's Caitlin's as much to blame for everything that goes on. I literally just told you right to your face, and you just literally sat here and made some bullshit up. As always, I literally just said Caitlin Clark has to fight for herself, fight back for herself. She does not fight back for herself. That is her fault. I critique her constantly. She had turnovers that cost them points tonight. That helps you lose a basketball game. Sloppy ball handling helps you lose a basketball game. It's not the only reason. I mean, Ryan Howard took her cookies twice in the first quarter. Took her cookies. Billy handed her the ball. I blame Caitlin Clark for lots of shit. I think that Caitlin Clark is responsible for things that go on right here. Okay, well, somehow Lisa Bluter did a great job of it, and they went to the national championship twice. They went to the national championship twice. Somehow, she made an Iowa team that was irrelevant for a very, very long time. Very, very relevant. So, how do we know that she's not fighting back? Because I'm watching press conferences. Because every time she gets on a microphone, you want to know, do you not remember that she fucking criticized the people that are fucking supporting her? Like, what are you talking about, Baltimore? She's criticized people that have supported her. She's criticized the podcasters who support her, who literally fight for her. What do you like? Like, if you have all these podcasts that are fighting for you because your local media shits on you and the national media shits on you, The Athletic is running videos saying, hey, it would be something, because Caitlin can't control herself. So we have to do something like, oh, let's bench Caitlin Clark for Raven Johnson, who's playing 3 minutes a game. And, and the two ladies the one lady's like, that will never fucking happen. The one in the middle, Constable's like, well, Get the fuck out of here. And then that dumbass lady said, I think that's a great take. Oh, you're complimenting your own take. You're a fucking idiot. And they're 5-1. They were 5-1 right after that. Now they're 5-2. And realistically, Caitlin had 26-7 tonight. So it wasn't like she played a bad game. She played a really good game for the most part offensively. Like, stop it. She's responsible for her. She has levels of responsibility. Yeah. Yeah, she did. She did. Yeah, she did. She inferred it. Yeah, she did. Who the hell's talking? It's podcasts. Yeah. Yes, not one, but many press conferences say she's not fighting back for herself. Many podcasts say, many press conferences say that. When has she ever scorched earth? She made that one statement about that referee who he put himself in the game when he called that technical that delay of game on her. And she says the ball inadvertently bounced off her foot. No, the fuck it didn't. That's a lie. I watched it. You kicked the ball. You kicked the ball. Now, do I think they should have called delay a game there? No. But she kicked the ball because she didn't want to bend over and pick it up. She plays soccer. So she's trying to kick. I think she's trying to kick the ball either up in the air or kick it into the thing where it bounces right back to her to hand it. What happened was she kicks the ball, it hits the thing at an angle and rolls the other direction, and she chases it down. Okay? But she kicked the ball. It wasn't an inadvertent kick. She kicked it. She absolutely kicked it. I watched it on video. I'm not blind. Just like I watched Isabel Harrison fucking have all ball on Angel Reese. I watched it on video. She kicked it. She thought it would come back to her. It didn't. It bounced the wrong direction. Guess what? By WNBA rule and by NBA rule, that is a delay of game, period. Now, do I call it in the final 2-3 minutes of a basketball game at 74-71? Fuck no. And you could tell it was inadvertent. She wasn't trying to make it a delay game. She was trying to kick it to where it came back to her, right? That's what she was trying to do, but it didn't work out that way. But then she lied about it in the press conference. Says I inadvertently hit my foot. No, it didn't. You kicked the ball. And it's fine. So that was the only time I've heard her really call it. He wanted to inject himself into the game. Okay. All right, great. Whatever. When will you ever sit here on a press conference and say, these referees fucking sucked? When will you say it? That is part of fighting for yourself because your coach sure as shit ain't doing it. Your coach is definitely not doing it. Your coach has got what, 1 technical foul in 14 games, and you've gotten 4 or 5. Caitlin Clark does hold herself accountable publicly. She says the things about herself that need to get fixed, for sure. She's always holding herself accountable for shit. Now, in that case, she kind of lied about it, in my opinion. But the fact remains that she doesn't fight for herself on things that I think are important. She never fought for herself in season 1. She let people beat the crap out of her and smiled about it. And would go on a press conference and say, oh, that's normal. No, it's not. No one else is getting that shit. You are. Nobody else is getting that shit. You are. And she won't request a trade. So guess what? You're going to have this situation for the entirety of the season. This team isn't going anywhere, people. Like, this team isn't going anywhere. This team isn't winning a championship. This team isn't good enough. It doesn't have any real depth. It has no size because they thought that Monique Billings and Maisha Hines Allen were the answers. They got a 6'4" rookie sitting on the fucking on the injury list or whatever the hell. Is that girl ever going to put on a jersey? Are they going to wait for the final 12 games of the year to put a jersey on her ass so we can find out if she's any good? To find out if she's any good. Let's find out if she's any fucking good. No, let's keep her on the bench all season long. I have watched enough of Ty Harris. I mean, Bree Hall. What are they gonna do? Are we gonna? How about you activate Bree Hall for a few games? Let's see if she can actually play basketball. Because I sure as shit know that Lexi Hall can't. I would love for her to go full blown fucking NWO Hulk Hogan. Go hardcore villain. Love it. It would be the greatest thing ever. It would be the greatest thing ever. This is a dog shit season. I mean, they did win 4 in a row against who? Yeah, they beat the Fever. They beat the Dream the first time, but the rest of their wins were against who? They beat the Sky, who suck. They beat the Sun, who suck. And then they beat the Tempo. They played well in that game. I thought they played well. But Brittany Sykes got hurt in the third quarter in a 3-point game. Now, could they have won that game? Yeah, I think they still could have won that game. Probably would have won that game, but it was still the Toronto Tempo. It's not like Toronto's elite. They're an average team. Sophie Cunningham had 12 points. I don't know how they locked her down. She had 12. I don't know how you locked her down when she had 12. What do you think Sophie Cunningham's supposed to score? What is Sophie Cunningham supposed to score? She's a freaking role player off the bench. She had 12 points tonight. She was 4 of 5 and 2 of 3 from 3. I don't know what is she supposed to do? Do you think she's gonna have 24-point games every day? I mean, that's not real. And there was someone in here who said that Sophie Cunningham has had 2 6-3-pointer games this year. That's not accurate. She's had 1. She's only had 1 6-3-pointer game. And in fact, before this, the most threes she's hit in a game was 3 this season. So I don't know what that person was talking about. I forgot who it was. She's only had 6 threes once this year. That was versus Toronto. So let's find out what Bree Hall can do. I have no idea. I'll never know because you don't play her. At least when I watch the Washington Mystics, I've seen everybody play on that damn team. That man plays everybody like it's fucking LA Fitness. I mean, that guy sucks too. But at least he plays everybody like it's LA Fitness. This lady doesn't play people. This lady just has people rotting on the bench. She has her young players rotting on the bench. We have no idea what they can do, but we're going to sit there and still watch Lexi Hall suck. We're going to keep watching Monique Billings suck. I mean, Hines Allen has her moments, but she can't shoot more than 2 feet from the rim. Like, this isn't a good team. This isn't a good team. The Lynx and the Fever play? That would be pretty. That would be pretty entertaining. That would be pretty entertaining. I mean, heck, you know what you would get in a Lynx Fever game? You'd have both players go for you'd have Olivia Miles go for 25 points. You'd have Caitlin Clark go for 25 points. and if they both had 1 assist and 6 turnovers, the world would say that Olivia Miles was amazing and that Caitlin Clark sucked. And we all know it because it's been happening. It would be hilarious, but it'd be right in front of your face. That would be the greatest thing ever. They both go for 25. They both shoot the exact same percentage. They both go for 1 assist and 5 or 6 turnovers, and they would literally say that Olivia Miles was amazing and Caitlin Clark sucked. They would do it. I know it because I've been reading it. I've been watching it. Olivia Miles was fucking great against Vegas the other night. She had 29 points. They lost the game by 3. They showed a bunch of videos of her fucking cooking the damn aces in the last minute of the game, and then they lost the game. She had 29. She had 1 assist and 6 turnovers. And all you heard was how amazing she was. That's all you heard. And she was amazing. But if that was the same player, number 22, the 6 turnovers would be all people could talk about. They would ignore everything else. They'd say, well, she only had 1 assist. Oh, she's terrible. She had 6 turnovers. She's terrible. Oh, she had 29. Oh, who fucking cares? Happens every game. Olivia Miles had 5 turnovers yesterday. She's a negative on assist to turnover ratio in the last 4 games. She's 16 assists and 18 turnovers. No one talks about it. Nobody cares. Because if that was Caitlin Clark, the world would be talking about it. It's the truth. But I would love to see that game. I can't wait till that game happens, actually. That'll be exciting. I hope. You know what would be real funny? I mean, I keep telling people I am not an Indiana Fever fan. If Indiana lost every game the rest of the season, I wouldn't care. I genuinely wouldn't give a fuck. I wouldn't care. If they don't make the playoffs, Stephanie White will not have a job next year. There's no way you keep that woman. They're going to have 3 All-Stars in a league that has 15 teams and 24 All-Stars. And the Atlanta Dream are probably going to have 3 All-Stars, right? At least 3. And the Aces are going to have at least 3. So I got 9 All-Stars between 3 teams. And I've only got 15 spots left for 12 more teams. And you can't make the playoffs? I think they'll make the playoffs. I think they'll make it as a 6 to 8 seed. I said that beginning of the year that they're a 6 seed level team. Running this offense and this type of horrid defense, they're a 6 seed at best. Because this is going to go on all year. They'll have these because now you're going to play better teams. Now you're going to play Atlanta. Now Phoenix stinks this year. But there's that personal thing with Phoenix. And there's that personal situation with Phoenix. How do we know what Bree Hall can do? We've never seen her on the court. We've never seen her on the court. We've never seen her on the court. And you're going to have Phoenix. You're going to play Phoenix back-to-back games next week. And they're both in Indiana. And Phoenix is terrible this year. They're 4-12. They're terrible. 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 But you have that personal relationship that exists between Stephanie White and Alyssa Thomas and DeWanna Bonner. And they seem to know more of what that woman's going to do than she does. They seem to know more about what she's going to do over what she does. So, yeah, I would certainly be interested in seeing that game and see how they look against them because we'll see. I'm so full of crap. Do I know anything about basketball? Was that to me, Joe Swithers? Was that for me? Was that a message for me that I don't know shit about basketball? Is that what you're saying? I don't know shit about basketball. Well, you know what you can do, Joe Swithers? You can get the fuck out if that's for me, okay? Or I can just bump you. Which one do you prefer? Because you know what? I pretty much let everyone talk tonight on the chat. I just don't know if that was intended for me. If it was for somebody in the chat, then fine, no problem. I don't care. You can go back and forth with each other. Y'all can go back and forth with each other. But if that was directed to me, sure was. Bye. Have a great night. Band, get out. Get out. Okay. I don't know basketball, then why are you watching? What are you watching for? If I don't know dick about basketball, why the fuck are you watching? You're clearly interested, but I don't need viewers like you. I don't need that. And I know you're not a subscriber, so get the fuck out. I allow people to say a lot of shit here. I couldn't care less. But Phoenix could give them problems because Alyssa Thomas can't be guarded by the Indiana Fever. Alyssa Thomas is unguardable by the Indiana Fever. Kyle Copper is unguardable by the Indiana Fever. So we'll see what happens there. And then after that, they got LA, and then they got Vegas, LA, Phoenix again, Vegas, at Vegas, Golden State, Seattle, New York, Connecticut. They're gonna be a 500. They're gonna be a 24-20 type of team again. I know I said earlier this. I think I said 26 to 28 wins. I'm looking 25 to 28 wins. I'm thinking more like 24-20 right about now. The way they look, just my opinion. Just my opinion. I think they're looking more like 24-20 because they still got to play Vegas once, twice, 3 times. 3 Vegas games. They still got to play Minnesota once, twice, 3 times. Minnesota is their last 2 games of the regular season. Back home and home. They play Minnesota on August 2nd. So by that point, they should have Nafisa Collier back too. So you're gonna have 3 games with a fully loaded Minnesota team. That's gonna be a real tough game. Those are gonna be real tough. I mean, fact is, you've lost games to Portland. You've lost games to Washington. You lost that game at Golden State that you should never have lost. You blew a big lead versus the Liberty. You lost to Dallas in your opener. I mean, their losses. You look at the losses that they've had, and it's just like, Now you can say some of their wins, like their win over Washington, was a fluke. The way they it was fluky. But yeah. I mean, they've won most of their games that they've won. They've won them by a lot. But, I mean, the Chicago game, they could have blown. They damn near blew that game. But I don't trust this team. And at the end of the day, if they lost every game the rest of the season, it wouldn't really bother me. I really wouldn't care. It would allow me to have a rant literally every fucking game, and that's fun. I like ranting. I really do. People don't care about People don't watch podcasts or television for niceties. They watch it for drama. Nobody watches. Notice that there are no comedy shows on TV anymore. Comedy is not on television. There's no longer Friday night family TV, Family Matters and shit like that. They don't have any family television shows anymore. It's all guns and violence and dog shit reality shows where chicks are fucking dudes at 21 on camera for everybody to see. I mean, you might as well do porn. You might as well do porn if you're gonna do Love Island. Love Island is the biggest sack of shit on earth. But a lot of us watch it, and I've watched it because it is a train wreck. It's a train wreck. We like drama. We like dramatic bullshit. We like that anger, the angst. When it's yay. Nobody watches. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Like, if I did a whole bunch of videos saying Stephanie White was amazing and they're unbelievable and blase, oh my God, they're so good, nobody would watch that shit. Nobody would watch that shit. I watch hoping that they will turn her loose at some point because they're gonna ruin their whole goddamn season. And even if they do, they still might not win. They still might not win. But you know what? At least I'll be fucking entertained. I love Island Channel. There are people that have them. You know that. There are people that have Love Island channels. Like the gone are the days of the fun family television. It doesn't exist anymore. I mean, literally the whole debate show thing and going back and forth with people, it's drama. It's drama. You're a Dallas fan. CC's not a player you can put in a box. The best artist never went to art school. Hey, the richest motherfuckers on earth typically didn't graduate from college, even though they went to Harvard. They usually dropped out. So, I mean, Mark Zuckerberg is one example right there. He's a Harvard non-grad, but a Harvard alum because he sure as shit went there. He figured I built this shit. I don't have to stay in school no more. Fuck school. What do I need school for? School? You's going to school? Oh my goodness. Tomorrow night I get to watch the Mystics. I cannot wait. Oh my goodness, they're gonna play the Liberty tomorrow. Oh, they're gonna get slapped. They're gonna get slapped again. Can't wait to watch Sidney Johnson in action. Oh, that's gonna be so fantastic. That guy's fucking terrible. That guy's terrible. Let's see. What is the injury report for tomorrow? Okay. Shakira Austin is questionable. Oh, Kiki Iriafen seems like she's healthy to play. Okay. I hope you stay out, Shakira. I want Lauren Best to start again. I need Lauren Best to get another opportunity to start. Yeah. Let my girl Lauren Betts play another game. Yeah. I would like that very much. I would like that very much. Well, yeah, if Shakira Austin is healthy to play, then she'll probably move right back to the bench, back to 12 minutes a game. She played 32 minutes against against whoever they played, the Connecticut Sun. Did AB hit a 3? I think she hit 1. She's gonna fuck my bet up. I already know that. She's gonna win the bet. She's gonna get that bet one against me. Unless she catches an injury. She hit 1-3. You notice that whenever she shoots a 3, it's typically wide open. It's never a cover 3. She's literally hovering the 3-point line the whole goddamn game. So that's part of it, Sophie Cunningham is not a 70% shooter. She's 43.4% from 3. Yeah, that was you, Micro, dude. Micro 100 Studio. You said that Sophie has had 2 6 3-pointer games. No, she hasn't. She's had 1. She's had her high before that game of the day was 3. So she's not had 6. There's not. She's had 6 once. But yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for the night, man. We just released their post press. Yeah, Washington Mystics, bro. I can't even do a Washington Mystics post game press conference because these fuckers wait till the next day. Like it's like, what do you? I'm not gonna go back and watch that dog shit. Like I need it done that night. I can't be waiting around to look at their post game press conference the next day. That's just so stupid. That's so stupid. But what do you mean they don't pass? Micro, you're on drugs. You think Sophie Cunningham she's a fucking role player, dude. She's having the best season of her career this year. She's not a fucking star. She's having the best. Her best 2 shooting seasons have been with Indiana because of who she's playing with. Give me a break. Give me a break. But anyhow, I've had enough, man. I hope everyone's had a good night. I will be live tomorrow 7:30 for the Mystics game. If you want to jump on board for that, please do so. I'm sure people will still be talking about this fucking debacle of a game. And then of course on Saturday, we got the Fever versus the Atlanta Dream again. So we get that rematch, that third matchup of the season. Is this yeah, they got one more after that versus them. Yeah, but that's going to wrap it up for tonight. I hope everyone has a good night. Appreciate everyone jumping on board. The Indiana Fever 108-101 losers to the Atlanta Dream. Caitlin Clark goes for 26.7 assists in her new sneakers. Kelsey Mitchell goes for 26. Leah Boston 23, but it was not enough because they can't defend a parked car. And Stephanie White will have you believe that they play good defense or that she coaches defense. Oh boy, God dog. We shall see what happens. But hey, maybe they will shock me on Saturday and get the W, but I'm not holding too much hope. That's all I got. Y'all have a great night. This is Indiana Fever Unfiltered. Like, subscribe, follow, hit the bell, leave your comments. Power by Come On Now, the podcast. Come on now.